Hi and welcome to Fabric Buys. It is mid-July 2024 and this is my next video on a pair of flannel pants that I just made. And in this video I want to show you how I added the pocket to the process here. All right, so I'm getting started right now on my pair of flannel pants, and I want to tell you that there is a really great how-to video on this and I will link it below. The only thing I've done is add a pocket to that, so I'm going to show you how I added that pocket. But my fabric pieces are prepped. There's 4 pieces of body piece, 4 pieces of pocket piece. I have the press done at the hemline, which is 1/2 inch over and then 1 inch over, and then also at the elastic channel, which is also 1/2 inch and then 1 inch over. And now I've laid my pocket piece on top of that. And so what I've done is measured down 1/2 inch from that top fold. That's going to be the top of the pants and the top of the channel here. 1/2 inch down, and I've lined my pocket, the top of my pocket here, and the edge of the pocket on the edge of the side seam. So I can't remember how I created the pocket or what decisions I was making last time to do that. But I do know that I wanted it a straight edge here so that it would be caught in the seam, the side seam, and I wanted a straight edge on top so it would be caught in the upper elastic channel. On the last pair that I sewed, I forgot and I did not catch this into here. I actually just brought it down a little bit lower and stitched across there. So we'll see what difference that makes on this pair. And the shape that's kind of how I see a pocket. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I kind of tried to think in my mind, well, this is what a pocket should look like. And I did make it so it was deep because this will be stitched at the bottom closed. This is not the full opening. I'll move it up here and it'll be, once it's all done sewn together, I'll determine, a hand width, a comfortable hand width in here, and then sew up a portion of this. It's deep so that it will hold a cell phone, hopefully comfortably without it falling out. That's the theory behind it all. So this side of the pant is going to be a French seam. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to stitch my pocket on at 1/4 inch, making sure to get this out of the way. So I don't want to stitch this down at this time, so I'm going to unfold it, stitch a 1/4 inch seam allowance along this straight edge of the pocket, and then also with this out of the way, I'm going to zigzag that edge to finish it off. Because I won't be stitching there again, I'm going to ignore it, because when I do my French seam, I'm going to come up the side, and then I'm going to connect this with the other pocket, the other side of the pocket, and sew around like that. So now all my pockets are attached with a straight stitch and a zigzag. I'm going to work on making a flat felled seam for the inseam here, and then I will come back and show you as I make the seam on the outside to and how I add the pocket. Okay, so the flat felled seams are done on the inside, and again I'm linking the video below to show you how to make this pant without the pocket. It's a really great video, and I don't want to take away views from that video, so I'm not going to go through all of those details. I just want to show you the part that I added, which is adding the pocket and what I'm doing there. So with the flat felled seams done on the inseam, I'm now going to stitch the French seam on the exterior seam of the pants. And so my pants are right sides out right now with the wrong sides together, and I'm going to stitch up with the hem open. So I've unfolded everything. I'm going to stitch up the entire length of the leg. I'm going to come to my pocket. I'm going to stitch around pocket and across and all the way up, and I'll do that at about 1/8 of an inch, a really small seam, because then I'm going to turn it inside out, press it, and then I'm going to do a 1/4 inch seam all the way around that same stitching to finish that off, and then the raw edges will be caught inside. And so let me show you what that looks like on this other side. So here's my flat felled seam on my inseam, and this is the French seam on the outseam here, and it is stitched all the way up. Here's what it looks like on the inside there, and you can see that on the outside edge. You can't see any of the raw seam that used to be there because I've caught that by sewing the 1/4 inch on the inside of that. And so I stitched it all the way up, and then I came up to the pocket and I decided, put my hand in, and I'm like, okay, how big do I want this pocket to end up being? I want it to be fairly decent so it's easy to get your hand in. So I opted to come up 3 inches and close off that portion of the pocket. So on this one, you turn it inside out again, and then you just stitch up about 3 inches here. That's what I decided for my pockets. That gave me plenty of room to get my hand in comfortably, so I know someone with a bigger hand could get their hands in there and still have the pocket deep enough that if I dropped my phone in there, I wouldn't have to worry about my phone hopefully dropping out of my pocket. That's kind of what my sense is of that. At least that's what I'm hoping. Can't drop my phone in there right now because I'm filming on it. So the next step for me would be to catch this piece up with this piece. And once I get that done, I'm going to take and top stitch around the edge of the pocket here, which, well, you have to press it first, which I already did on this one, but I'm probably going to have to do it again because I've been messing with it. Press the pocket, top stitch around that, and then fold my hems in, and we'll cut that thread off right there. But fold my hems in and then sew my hems, and then I'll be ready to start doing the crotch seam on that. So I'm going to go get moving on that right now. So I have both of them all cut up to the same spot. The hems are done. The pockets are stitched up and also top stitched on the outside, and I'm getting ready to finish the crotch seam right here and the upper seam, and it'll be done. And again, I'm not going to go through the stuff that's in the other video because I think you should watch that video and give that video the views because they're the ones who did the work on showing how to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and get going on that, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. And there it is. Ta-da, all done on that. So let me show you first of all the pocket, since that was the focus of the video. This is how it looks from the side here, and my hand going in there. They are pretty deep. I did drop my cell phone in there, and I think I'd be comfortable with that pocket for my cell phone. Here is the pocket on the other side, and again, slide my hand in so you can see that. Drops down that deep there, and there is what it looks like on the side. And let me open this up so you can see from the front what those pockets look like, so you can even see the profile here of those pockets on that. So you can also tell from here, again, this is donated fabric, and none of it was really long enough to create one pair of pants, so I used 2 different pieces of fabric to create the one pair of pants. And I think this one, I think it looks pretty good. I think you actually have to glance at it a couple times to see if you didn't know that was the case. Definitely not as funky as the last pair that I made, and if you haven't had a chance to see those, I'll link the video above and below, and so you can check those out. Although I really do like those and how they came out as well. So there it is, and there it is, and I hope you like it. I hope that wherever and whenever you're at, you're having a great time, and thanks for watching.